Today, I had the chance to speak with 1st District Congressman Brad Finstad and get his insight on the ongoing invasion, including the U.S. response and whether or not his Republican colleagues remain supportive of U.S. aid efforts. How do you feel about the way the U.S. is responding to this invasion?
Well, unfortunately, we got to where we're at because of weak leadership. I don't think we would have been here had we engaged early prior to the invasion. Now, with that being said, where we're at today, at the one-year anniversary, is a very pivotal time. I think as a country, we have to make sure that we're just not sitting there with a blank check, and that there is some opportunities for us to have accountability and to make sure that our dollars are getting used wisely and that we are truly, getting what we're paying for in this. So, I think engaging and being more engaged is the role of, obviously, of Congress and my hope for, our current president to be more engaged on this issue.
There has been some opposition from members of the Republican Party. Overall, do you feel that there is still broad support among Republicans for providing assistance to Ukraine?
I think it's a little bit harder than just saying yes or no to that. I mean, I think really the humanitarian efforts and the support needs to happen, and it has to happen with controls and accountability. We have to make sure it's just not a blank check. We can point to a lot of things where we have dropped the ball in the last few years when it comes to diplomacy from a global perspective. The quick withdrawal from Afghanistan when we left $87 billion of military equipment there that now are in the hands of our enemies. So there's a lot of hesitation in regards to, again, that blank check. So, I think there's a willingness to make sure that we're taking care of what we need to take care of there, but there's also that real strong interest of accountability with the taxpayers' money that we're sending over there.
Well, $38 billion is a lot of money. How do you make sure that that money is being spent where it needs to go?
Well, we have a process, in Congress with the committee structure, and so, having committee hearings, bringing folks in that are able to talk about where those dollars are going, how they're being deployed, and, just holding people accountable to that. So it's again, the power of the purse, asking the questions and making sure the administration here, but then also the, Ukrainian government is again being, answering those questions and making sure there's full transparency in where our dollars are going.
Why is it that this is so important for the United States to back Ukraine like this?
Well, it's a humanitarian crisis, no doubt about it. I mean, we're seeing innocent lives lost at the hands of the Russian overreach on this conflict. But it's also very important to us in regards to the region from an agriculture perspective. When Russia invaded Ukraine, we started seeing huge spikes in our input costs on the farm here in southern Minnesota, whether it was from a fertilizer standpoint or a chemical input side. We saw this disruption in our economy. So it's definitely from a humanitarian side, but also that financial economic component. We are tied to that region. 35% of the most healthy, vibrant soil in the world is tied up in the Ukraine valleys, and they have strong agriculture producing ports, and so they have been a partner to us from an economic standpoint on the energy side as well. So there's a lot of linkages there, but overall I would say just the global impact that this has when Russia decides to wake up one day and say, hey, listen, we're going to start taking countries and taking land.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken today said China is actively thinking about providing lethal assistance to Russian forces. How concerning is that? What does that mean for U.S.-Chinese relations?
And that further emphasizes the point that I was just making, that, there's the humanitarian side, which also then really provides opportunities for weakness on the global scale, right? Where we've seen strong, the strong military reaction or action from Russia, and you see folks like China and others that, don't hold our best interests at heart. They see vulnerability. And we saw it, right here in our country when we saw the spy balloon go across the continental U.S. in the last couple of weeks here. And so we're being tested, no doubt about it.
Russia announced that it was pulling out of that nuclear arms pact this week. Is that a concern?
I mean, I think right now Russia is trying to flex their muscles and trying to, really create some tense situations when it comes to their military actions, not just in Ukraine, but what they're doing here with the nuclear decision. And again, it's creating a lot of vulnerabilities right now. And I think we as a country have to be on heightened alert in regards to what they're trying to do, why China would be cozying up with them. But more specifically, the humanitarian crisis that it's created when, they're, essentially invading and bombing innocent people in Ukraine.
Congressman Brad Finstad, 1st Congressional District. Congressman, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.